every single case. So, as Adrian said, there are better alternatives than medications the vast majority of the time. And those of us who have been around Shaklee any length of time have seen that time after time after time and have experienced it ourselves. How many of you that have been around Shaklee any length of time know that you know that you know that your health is better today than it would have been without Shaklee? Yeah, absolutely. It's just a given. It's absolutely a given. Well, I have a recovery story. This was taken 6.5 years ago, I guess. And I had a bike accident. I was riding on the Cherry Creek bike path that I've done hundreds of times. And after a couple of years of racing when I was younger and living in the mountains and screaming up and down Deer Creek Canyon, never got hurt. And here I am on a 10-foot wide, perfectly smooth bike path on Cherry Creek. And this guy clips my handlebars, and I hit a rock wall face first at 25 miles an hour. I had a helmet on, but if you hit rocks face first, doesn't do you a lot of good. And it crushed my skull, broke my orbital socket, had an open brain injury. It was kind of freaky, and I don't really remember the accident. All I remember is waking up on a gurney, watching the lights in the hospital corridor go by as they wheeled me into surgery. And the doctor is telling Aldana that I probably won't survive the surgery. And then he said, well, if I survive the surgery, I'm definitely going to have brain damage. And of course, I'm thinking, well, how would anybody know if I have brain damage? I'm just kind of a weird guy anyway. So anyway, 9.5 hours of surgery. They basically peeled my face off, and then they patched it all back together. I got titanium plates here and screws all over the place holding it all together. And the doctor said it would take probably 18 months before I was back to anything remotely like normal. But the interesting thing was, I refused the blood thinners in the hospital, which they typically insist on in any kind of surgery. And the doctor came out of the surgery, looked at Aldana, and said, I don't know what this guy does, but whatever it is, he has the healthiest response to this kind of surgery of anybody I've ever seen. And she said, well, he's taken all of these supplements. He said, bring them into ICU. They never let anything into ICU that isn't prescribed by the hospital. So the first morning, I'm taking Physique and handfuls of supplements and lots of extra omega. By the second day, I was off the pain pills. And in 5 days, I remember what the doctor said, in 5 days, they discharged me from ICU and never put me in a regular room because I recovered so fast. And 5 weeks after it happened, I was playing 18 holes of golf. I felt perfectly fine.